Okay, can we talk about something that I've been seeing a lot of lately? Because I think it is quietly messing with our self worth, especially as women in the manifestation space. Hi, angels, and welcome back to Angel Baby Speaking. If you are new here, I'm a manifestation coach who helps women unlock the version of themselves they know deep down they came here to be. This space is all about love, alignment, self worth, and stepping into your divine feminine power without the pressure and without the performance. So, today's video is about something that has been really on my heart. Something that I have seen come up with a lot of my clients, especially recently, on my feed and honestly in my own journey too. It's this constant pressure that we are feeling around love, self worth, and especially the SP manifestation journey. Now, you've probably seen the same content I have, the never settle energy, the he better buy you a bag post, the look what my man did for me, consistent reels that you're seeing. And listen, I totally get it because that kind of energy can feel so empowering at first. And this is not about judging those dreams because you absolutely should dream big. You should dream as big as your beautiful heart desires. You deserve those bold, beautiful gestures and all the beautiful things that you want. You deserve to be adored, protected, cherished, and spoiled. But we really need to talk about what is actually happening underneath it all. Because underneath all of these soft pink filters and the aesthetic captions, there's actually a subconscious war that is taking place because we are now being taught to compare ourselves. We are now being taught to perform, to measure our love and our worth through aesthetics and all of this outside validation. And without realizing it, we really start to think, ooh, if it doesn't look exactly like a Pinterest board, it must not be real. If he's not doing what my favorite influencer just posted, maybe I'm not truly chosen. If I don't have proof, how do I know it's working? And you see, when those thoughts start to spiral, it completely separates you and takes you out of your actual feminine receiving energy because now you're not receiving, you're reaching. You're simply grasping for control and you're outsourcing your intuition because you're still chasing validation and you're calling it new standards. So, as women, you have to keep in mind that we already carry so many expectations about our love lives, our bodies, our timelines, our image. And when you stumble across manifestation and when you first found law of assumption or any type of manifestation practice, you probably felt so empowered. But slowly, especially if you may have been on this journey for a while, it may have become just another form of chasing for you. It's now another level to hit, another man to get, another dream body, another aesthetic. And I know this because I lived it. There was a season where I genuinely thought, okay, if I just get the perfect body, if I get these romantic dates, if he posts me, if he buys me this, if he spoils me, then I'll know for sure that I'm worthy. Then I'll really know I've made it and I've manifested this and I'm her and I'm so successful and I am the success story. And for a while, I did get it. I got the exact princess treatment. I got the gifts. I got the dates. I got the compliments. And it felt good, but only for a second. Because honestly, the relationship that I had called in, it didn't touch the parts of me that actually wanted to feel safe and chosen and seen. Because some of it genuinely wasn't even what I wanted. It was literally what I thought I was supposed to want. It was what I assumed this is going to look so good to post. This is what is going to make my friends so proud of me. They're going to know I've done so much work on myself. My family is going to finally be able to accept me and see me as this version. What would, really prove that I was chosen and that I'm doing good now and that I'm so much better and I'm this perfect, amazing woman? And that is really why your intention matters, okay? Because you can manifest in all these aesthetics and you can still feel so empty if it is not rooted specifically in your truth. So you genuinely have to ask yourself, why do I want this? Who am I being when I ask for it? Am I chasing connection or am I chasing proof? Am I still chasing some form of external validation that I think is going to complete me? And I truly believe that is the missing piece for so many women right now. You're still manifesting from urgency, from fear, from comparison. And when it's landing, it doesn't fully hit because it's not truly aligned with you and your authentic wants and true desires. Now, this really reminded me today because I had a client recently who was frustrated because the love she was manifesting in, it genuinely wasn't landing for her. But when we've been working together and we slowed down and we realized she's not manifesting her version of love, she is genuinely manifesting what she saw online. So we got honest with each other and she actually was allowing herself to tell me what it is that she actually wanted, no matter how silly she thought that it seemed. We regulated her nervous system and we reconnected her to what safety and affection actually felt like for her specific desires. And once it started flowing in, all of the different things, she finally got this attention and the affection, and she was getting spoiled in her own ways. But when the other things were finally pouring in as well from the things that she thought she wanted, I will never forget when she looked at me and she said, "Girl, I thought this would hit different, but it's not even close." And I just genuinely feel like that moment was everything because it reminded her that love is not about what looks good. It's about what feels true to you. And I think that is the most important thing that you want to take with this because you are creating your dream relationship, your dream reality, not anyone else's. At the end of the day, you are the person that is going to be laying down with this person and spending your partnership with them, right? So when you're going through your day-to-day life and having different highs and lows come through, who is the person that you want next to you, right? That is what you're wanting to look at, is really focusing on the relationship that you want, and understand that you're not supposed to confuse your power with performance anymore. Because I genuinely believe we started confusing these boundaries with a lot of bitterness and underlining resentment that we haven't dealt with. Because somewhere along the way, being in our feminine era became about being cutthroat. We're setting standards turned into ultimatums. And now it's everywhere on my feed that he better buy me this, he better do that. If he doesn't do this, he's done. And it really kind of struck a chord in me because it feels like we are treating men like they are just providers for aesthetics or for content. And I've been there. Okay. I've had my walls up and I put on that, don't mess with me energy, thinking that was so powerful of me. I'm so proud. But in the same breath, what I realized is when you're leading from that place, you're not actually open. You're not in receiving mode. You're always going to be in defense mode constantly because you might think you're in your high value woman era. But if it's still rooted in fear or performance, you're still very highly in survival mode. And you can't actually build the deep, sustaining love while treating people like transactions. And you can't receive the devotion you're asking for if you're still unwilling to be seen fully for who you are. You're not going to be able to call in this softness when you're still leading in with control. And you're not going to be able to manifest and call in things from this operant power place if you're still coming from a survival mode type of perception, because it's not about excusing bad behavior. It's about noticing if your energy is still genuinely rooted in pain or protection. So if we're only seeing men as cheaters and liars or wallets, what kind of love are we expecting to create? Because the true boundaries are going to come from self respect and not control. You don't have to threaten someone to be treated well. You just have to be so rooted in your own worth that anything less can simply fall away. That is the real standard. And it's okay if you feel like, this is a little confronting because you're not wrong for wanting to be spoiled. You're not wrong for dreaming of this beautiful, soft, luxurious life or a soft life. But what you want is deeper than the aesthetics. You want to feel seen. You want to feel chosen. You want to feel loved in a way that is mutual, grounded, and true for you. And that always begins with how you love yourself, how you hold yourself, how you're going to show up for yourself, how you're speaking to yourself, how you're really setting the tone for how others are going to be able to show up for you as well too. So if you've ever felt like, I manifested what I wanted in and it still didn't feel like enough, or you feel like you're still trying to manifest in all these things even though you might not even really want them, that is okay, because you're not alone and you're not broken. You're simply just being invited into a deeper level of self-love and inner alignment so that you can actually get the love that you want. So, you guys know I love a little interactive time. So here's a little question that you can journal on if you feel this resonated with you. And I want you to get really specific on the exact kind of love you're calling in if you didn't have any other outside influence on what it is that you're currently calling in. So for the journal prompt today, I want you to ask yourself, what am I truly craving underneath the aesthetic? What would make me feel seen, safe, and supported in love? Because once you're honest with yourself about that, your manifestations will shift. Your relationships will soften and you will finally stop settling. And not because you're bitter, but because you're full. So, if this landed for you, I love you. You are not behind. You're not broken. You're not doing anything wrong. You don't have to prove anything to deserve the life that you want. So, the version of you who gets literally every single thing that she wants, she's genuinely already within you. You just have to come back home to her. Now, if you want support doing that, I would love to walk with you. I have plenty of free resources to really help you get clear and specific on the exact type of relationship you're calling in. I also offer one-on-one coaching for anyone ready to go deeper. So I just want you to remember that you are so deeply worthy of love. Not the kind that just looks good, but the kind that truly feels like home for you. So don't forget to subscribe and drop a comment if this spoke to you, and share it with any angel you feel might need this reminder too. So just remember, you are the prize, not the performance. So until next time.